Alright, we got some more Batman Arkham Knight here.
I need to pick a
And
target.
we are just continuing our Riddler challenge extravaganza. Again, this is going to be a little longer than it took us to get through the Arkham Asylum riddle challenges. Although they were so easy in that game. It literally was just find out where it is and you kind of just walk over to it. Whereas this one, it's you gotta go way out of your way doing all types of bullshit. Alright, cool. So that looks to be all of the insect crates. Prodigal! Alright, here is the final riddle that we have to get in the airships. This one is a little kooky in that it's in this crate right here. So we can go ahead and we send it flying out of the airship, and then we gotta go out of the airship and find the spot where it landed, and then get the riddle trophy right out of the wreckage, so to speak.
Bye-bye, Arkham Knight, and good riddance, too. This town's got enough guys in charge.
Damn, talking shit about the Arkham Knight. Or should we say Red Hood? Alright, so now we have the airships completed. So we have the Panacea Studios all done, and we have the airships all done as well. Pretty good, pretty good. Ah, so this is an interesting little riddle here. And the fall. This, of course, what those are pictures of Batman and Robin. And so we see that the big thing that was really bothering Jason Todd was the fact that Batman got that third Robin to replace Jason Todd. And Jason was not quite so happy about that. And so that's what got this whole plan in motion here. And these things, these Spider Drones we're destroying, these are actually the collectible or breakable in this area. I actually think they're a little easier to notice than some of the others, even though they're, you know, they can be, like, hanging on the ceiling or whatnot. They're still a little bit easier to notice. Alright, and obviously Scarecrow is doing some bullshit in this room. So I guess this abandoned shopping center, this is the area that Scarecrow and Arkham Knight were basically working out of the entire game. And Batman was having trouble finding this location until Scarecrow, I guess, decided to have Gordon send out a signal for Batman to follow and come back here. And it's a little weird because I guess at that point, Scarecrow did not know where the Arkham Knight was. After Batman defeats him in the Cloudburst tank, they all sort of lose track of where the Arkham Knight is, but then he shows back up in the excavator tank. The most annoying fucking fight ever, by the way. Okay, so this is a little bit of an odd puzzle. It's not too tough, though. Basically, there's two symbols all over these, and we gotta match them up, like so. But if you fuck up, it doesn't reset or anything. You just gotta, you know, remember where they are, and then you got those two knocked off. Like, you see where you quickly make progress in this. I thought this is an interesting little setup here. And there is a line of dialogue where the Riddler states that he sets up, I think, a lot of this stuff after you defeat the Arkham Knight and Scarecrow leaves this place. That's when the Riddler has the time to set this shit up. He doesn't do it beforehand. Because I remember thinking about that when we were going through that area. I was like, what the fuck? So the Riddler is just, you know... Scarecrow didn't mind him just going through his base constantly, but whatever.
Another riddle solved, detective. No. You may keep the trophy. I made it for you.
Yep, there it is right there, the excavator. This is the one area where there are several Riddler trophies that are kind of just sitting here out in the open. And, you know, the rest of the... Well, you know what? Outside on some of the islands, there are actually quite a few trophies just chilling. Robotics. Well, Batman, it sure is a good thing you can control the Riddler robots here. It's just very interesting to me. It's like, hey, Riddler, thanks for, you know, giving us a way to get this shit with your stupid little robots. Because I know, you know, it's supposed to be that he's testing Batman, but Riddler cheats like a motherfucker a lot. Like, he does not care. He will make an unbeatable trap or, you know, an unwinnable riddle, so to speak. He doesn't give a shit. All this computer beeping. That actually reminds me, so, I remember a long time ago, you know, on Cartoon Network, there used to be this show called Reboot that I remember was interesting, but I'm pretty sure it was, like, off the air. Basically, what it was it followed, like, these computer, programs in a computer, and then, like, every time a user would try and, play a game, like, the computer programs in there could lose their lives. Like, it was an interesting little take on it. And I remember, the show had, like, this really cool part where, like, shit goes wrong and, like, the main character disappears. And then, like, the kid grows up to be, like, a diesel... like, super awesome, like, hero, basically. It almost kind of reminded me of, like, the History of Trunks timeline, where, like, Gohan is a kid, and then you go see what's going on in Trunks' timeline, and Gohan is, like, the fucking diesel, like, Goku Reborn type character. And there's, like, similar things to that in Reboot. And Reboot is another one of these Cartoon Network shows that I guess is beloved, that was not ever finished. And they actually are going to be making new episodes of Reboot soon, which I thought is very, very interesting. I know another show like that was never finished, but is particularly beloved, was Samurai Jack. Oh, okay, here we go. So,
Lately, Batman, I've been pondering the value of human life. And your strange insistence upon preserving even its basest forms. Take the barely literate triple murderer in the nearby riot. He's a dead man come dawn. When the microbomb I surreptitiously placed in his brain explodes. My hypothesis is simple. When faced with the task of trying to save one condemned man amongst that gaggle of idiots, even you will give up in despair. Oh, and don't knock him out. What little brain activity he has keeps that cranial combustible from detonating.
Okay, so this is an interesting little new thing we've got here in Arkham
I
Knight.
should use the remote batarang to scan for Riddler's victim.
So what we've got to do here is we've got to find which one of these guys in this riot here has the little bomb inside of his head, and then we can use this electric shock from the batarang, and we
I need to
can...
hit the thug with an electric shock. It'll disable the explosive.
Thank you, Batman. I was just about to say that. It will disable the explosive.
Well, congratulations,
Bam.
hero. You saved a murderer, a monster, a moron. The gene pool thanks you for your efforts. There's more doomed men in Gotham tonight. You won't prove your obnoxiously principled point until you save them all. Until you save them all.
Yeah, so there's several of these guys around that we can go ahead and save here. These Riddler shish kebabs.
Still riddles on Founders Island, Dark Knight. What are you, stupid? Yes, you are.
Uh-huh. Do go on, Riddler, please.
No way I'm joining with Scarecrow. I like working for two.
Alright, so yeah, we've got a few of
Batman,
these to
there's
go.
a rioter nearby with a bomb in his skull. All you have to do is leave him to die, and justice will be done. Justice.
But, going back to Samurai Jack, like I was saying before, so that was a show that was on Cartoon Network that was really popular. I know they at least had some of it on Netflix not too long ago. I was actually checking a couple episodes out. But they never actually got around to finishing Samurai Jack. And then I believe it was the voice actor for the villain Aku. He actually died. But they did want to make a film sort of resolving the Samurai Jack storyline. I certainly would love to see them do that. They should really do a, whatchamacallit,
That's one.
like a Kickstarter for Samurai Jack. I feel like they would kill with that. Like, you look at some of the Kickstarters lately that have been, like, huge, resounding successes. Like, look at the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter. I mean, that, you know, a lot of people thought it was kind of shady that they decided to advertise a Kickstarter at the E3 press conference. I believe it was Sony's conference that they debuted
There's
that
Riddler's
Kickstarter,
victim.
right? But, I mean, a lot of people love Shenmue, and they'd love to finish that game and that storyline. So it's certainly got its goal very quickly. And a number of other things have, too. Like, oh, shit. What's that show? Damn, the detective show. Is it Veronica Mars? Is that what I'm thinking of?
You wish it split.
With my boo? I can't remember her name either. Fuck, I can't remember anything right now.
In case you forgot,
It's
crash the emergency room.
not Kristen Bell. Is it Kristen Bell?
This proves nothing.
Yeah, no, it is Kristen Bell, because Kristen Stewart, she's the terrible actress from Twilight, and Kristen Bell, she's the awesome actress from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yeah. Yeah, that girl's my boo right there.
Ah, Jason. Todders. My wee Toddy. Kid turned out great. And to think I was worried he just run home crying to Bat Daddy. You want to know the secret, Bruce? Shame.
Okay, so this is an interesting little line of dialogue that the Joker has right here.
Woman, stuck in that orphanage when all the fun's out here? Assuming Riddler hasn't monologued at a suicide.
So,
9
I
times
guess
over.
what happens is the Joker, I don't know if he intentionally does not kill Jason Todd, but so Jason Todd survives that gunshot. Remember, we saw the
forget
scene
about Scarecrow. Let's
where,
look out for these other bad guys. We don't need his
Joker
guts
was about to get
anymore.
Jason
It's
Todd
just
to
a matter
reveal
of
Batman's
time
identity,
now.
and then he shot him. So I'm not sure if Joker saw, oh, hey, he's alive, and let him go, or if Joker thought he was dead and then he escaped. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, they don't ever really give you the answer for that.
This be your epitaph. Accept your fate and face me.
Now, here's another interesting thing, too. Obviously, the designers of the game, the developers,
Batman,
Rocksteady,
Before you save the nearby rioter from death by cranial microbomb, I want you to think very hard about why you're doing it. He's dangerous, violent, utterly devoid of empathy, and he's stupid. You like to play protector, Batman. Well, these are the very people you're protecting Gotham from.
because there are quite a
Need to
few
use the remote batarang to scan the nearby
remaining
crowd for Riddler's
little
victim.
broadcasts that Scarecrow will have. Like, you know, throughout the game, he's come up on the screen and he talks shit to Batman. There is like 15 to 20 times. I always kept it in the footage, even though we're here just getting all of the Riddler stuff. I always kept the footage in when Scarecrow will come over the billboard and talk shit. There's quite a few different lines of dialogue he has that I thought was very interesting.
Found him.
They set it up. Obviously, they knew that some people would try and take down Riddler before they finished off Scarecrow. That's what we're doing here. We're going to take down Riddler first, then Scarecrow. Oh, that balloon, by the way. God damn it. Every time I try and explain something, 5 things come up. But yeah, there's quite a few different Scarecrow lines of dialogue that we're going to be getting while we continue getting all this Riddler shit. And also, that balloon right there that I was throwing the Batarang past, that is actually a reference to the first Batman movie by Tim Burton, the 1989 Batman film. In that, the Joker has that balloon in the parade, and that's what that's a reference to. Now this here, so we've got a Riddler informant. This is the last one we're going to be getting in the playthrough. What this Riddler informant is actually going to be giving us is the location to the riot bombers. Because we actually, but until you do the first, like, riot bomb sequence, the other ones don't unlock. And so that's what this is going to get for us right here. Is this is going to unlock the location of those Riddler riot sections. Because we've only got, is it 1 or 2 more? We're very close to getting done with these, the riot bomb parts. Although they're pretty easy to do. God, the fucking freeze grenade makes this Riddler stuff so easy.
What a hardback freak!
Talk, or I'll start with your fingers.
Oh, Batman!
Please, I'll talk.
Smart.
There we go.
Did you know, Batman, that the nearby rioter I've rigged to blow has been jailed 4 times? For murder? Yes, murder most foul. Why, leaving his skull to erupt in a bloody shower of cerebral confetti would actually be justice now, wouldn't it?
Huh.
The remote
No,
batarang
actually, I don't
let me
think it
scan
would,
for
Riddler,
Riddler's
thanks.
victim without getting close.
And at this point, we'll notice a lot as we're getting these Riddlers. Riddler stuff done. But Batman, his sanity is really close to the end here. Nearly every single billboard we see at this point actually has the Joker influence on it.
There's Riddler's victim.
Whoops, I accidentally knocked him down there. I do have to say that the remote control Batarang, it actually works. Yeah, that was weird. So it looked like the remote Batarang, I actually went in between the guy's legs. But it controls much, much smoother than it did in Arkham City and Arkham Origins.
I'm doing you a favor, Batman. Just let these hoodlums die.
Nah.
Did you know, Batman, that the nearby rioter I've rigged to blow has been jailed 4 times?
Yeah, you said that last time. So there's 2 separate guys who are out here on the streets who have been jailed 4 times for murder? Boy, Gotham sure is corrupt, huh? It does make sense why Batman is here.
Those thugs won't let me near. I should use the remote Batarang to scan for Riddler's victim.
No, really, Batman? Let's do it. I remember this one being pretty annoying. See, because these guys technically aren't a part of the riot, so we're not actually scanning them. That makes this one a little bit annoying. Although we found this dude pretty fast. So I recently finished off, you know, people who watch the channel know I just finished off Shining Force 2 Battle Royale not too long ago. And even though right now, next up on the docket, for people who watch the channel update video I did, I'm going to be doing Walking Dead Season 2, although that I'm going to be doing in October when the new season of the show, Season 6, starts airing. And then there is also Kingdom Hearts 2 I'm going to be starting soon. But I am considering actually getting to the next Shining Force game. I decided that the next Shining Force game I'm going to record is Shining Force Resurrection of Dark Dragon. And I think I might start that relatively soon. The only thing is, the only thing about the Shining Force games is that they always take so long when it's time to do the grinding to promote. But it's been quite a while since I played that remake, Resurrection of Dark Dragon. So, thinking about getting into that pretty soon here. Also, so there's not an electric place to throw this Batarang through, but you can just use your remote electrical discharge.
I don't understand. I offer you the deaths of these marauding monsters, and you go out of your way to save them. Why? Ethics over logic, Batman. It'll be your downfall.
And there we go. That is all of the Riddler bomb guys taken care of. But you see, it's not like it's that fucking great. We still have a whole bunch of shit left to do. These breakables aren't really too tough. They're the ones in the Batmobile that we use the Batmobile's cannon to take down. They're not too hard to find. And we also have a good portion of the Arkham Knight's HQ done. There's 2 entrances to the Arkham Knight's HQ. That's why I actually only did the first half so far. And we're going to circle around and go to the second part of the Arkham Knight HQ in a little bit here.